Hey everyone, today we're going to explain the action-adventure movie The Red Bun. This movie has just been released and it even features Captain America along with Derek. So, without any further delay, let's start this amazing video. At the beginning of the story, we are shown a young child who believes that trees don't actually exist. It's Christmas time, and Jack brings his cousins to an upstairs room and tells them that their gifts aren't from Santa, they are actually from their parents. Then, Jack's uncle arrives and tells him he's wrong, and that Santa is real. After this, the story fast-forwards 30 years. We see Jack as an adult who has become so clever that he steals from people without them even realizing it. He's also a brilliant hacker. To break into a mall, he sets fire to an electrical switch, diverting everyone's attention. He then steals a girl's ID card to gain entry. Once inside, Jack plants a small device in her purse and exits. On his way out, he even steals candy from a small child. The scene then shifts to Santa, who is standing with Kellum, his caretaker. They also have a bodyguard with them. Santa also has a code name, Red Bun, or you can call him Nick. Kellum checks all the gifts, and when a boy starts misbehaving with Santa, Kellum sends him away. All of this is happening because it's the day before Christmas. After talking to the children, Santa leaves with Kellum. Upon reaching their base camp, Santa gets into a buggy and heads straight for the North Pole. The buggy moves at an incredible speed, covering the vast distance almost instantly. As Santa enters the North Pole in his buggy, Jack manages to locate him. Jack immediately tracks Santa's location and sells the information to a dealer. Back at the North Pole, Santa meets Mrs. Claus. There are all kinds of animals there that work for Santa. The next day, we see Santa working out. Kellum arrives with a letter in his hand and says he wants to quit his job. When Santa asks why, Kellum explains that while he loves the work, he's troubled by the fact that some people in the world are evil on the inside but pretend to be good on the outside. That's why he's leaving, hoping Santa will find someone better to take care of him. At the same time, a team of soldiers breaches the shield protecting the North Pole and enters. After talking to Santa, Kellum goes out for a walk and notices lights flickering in the Santa Tower. He immediately alerts security and goes to investigate himself. When he reaches Santa's room, he finds it empty. Kellum starts searching and sees some people leaving. He alerts everyone that intruders have entered the North Pole. Everyone begins investigating, and Kellum chases the intruders. He uses a slide bar to get ahead of them but fails to catch them. He then uses a gadget, enlarging it to help in the chase. During the pursuit, the intruders split up and exit through 4 different doors. Finally, Kellum grabs one of their ships, but when he looks inside, Santa isn't there. Santa has been kidnapped and taken away in another ship. Kellum is deeply disappointed and returns to the North Pole. There, a director named Joe contacts him and asks who could have kidnapped Santa. Joe orders everyone to start searching for Santa immediately. Their investigation reveals that the person who tracked them is a hacker named Jack, and he was the one who located Santa. Joe tells Kellum they have 24 hours until Christmas to find and rescue Santa at any cost. The first step is to catch Jack and bring him in. We then see Jack taking his son, Dylan, to school. When Jack asks him about problems at school, Dylan admits he hacked the PAR system, but a friend told the teachers. Jack doesn't scold Dylan for the mistake. Instead, he insists that Dylan should do his work so cleverly that no one finds out. Dylan mentions a school concert and says that since Jack won't come, he doesn't care either. After dropping Dylan off, Jack meets his ex-wife. She tells him that Dylan loves spending time with him. Jack then heads straight to his apartment, where a team from the North Pole is waiting to capture him. Jack fights them off dangerously and isn't captured initially, but as he tries to escape, a soldier electrocutes him, knocking him unconscious. They take him to their base. At the base, Director Joe asks Jack who he works for. Jack asks who they are and why they've brought him there. Joe explains that because of him, Santa has been kidnapped. Jack says he did it for the money and doesn't know who hired him. As Jack looks around and sees various magical things, he's shocked and asks if these things are real. Joe confirms that they work to keep the mythical world secure. Kellum arrives and confronts Jack, asking why he did it. Jack repeats that it was for the money. Kellum grabs him by the collar, and Jack insists he didn't know who he was tracking. Joe offers to pay Jack 3 times the amount to track Santa again, and Jack agrees. They implant a tracking device in Jack's foot so they can monitor his movements. The scene shifts to Santa, who is locked in a round cell. A beautiful young woman named Rayla approaches Santa and says she wants to scare the world. She connects Santa to a machine that begins siphoning his powers, transferring them to a device. To find Santa, Jack and Kellum use an invisible door that leads them to a toy store. Kellum tells Jack to take a nice toy car, while he himself takes many toys. Jack is confused, asking if Kellum has gone crazy, wanting to play at a time like this. They exit the store, and Kellum uses the car, shocking Jack with what seems like a fuss. Jack asks if they can do the same with a Wonder Woman toy, but Kellum tells him not to get his hopes up. The two then take the car and head to Aruba. In Aruba, they meet the man who made the deal with Jack. He orders his men to attack them. Kellum confronts the man alone and demands to know who hired him. The man says he can't say the name aloud, as she will hear, but he writes the name Rayla on the ground. Jack reads it. Rayla appears and declares that she will punish all the bad people on Santa's list. Shortly after, an ice cream truck emerges from under the sea, releasing 3 large demons that try to kill Kellum. They are difficult to defeat because they can regenerate. A snowman freezes a man named Ted. During the fight, Kellum realizes the snowman's life force is in its carrot nose. As soon as Kellum removes the carrot, the snowman collapses. Jack creates a big explosion, destroying one snowman. A third snowman pins Jack's leg, but Kellum arrives and removes its carrot, defeating it. Meanwhile, Rayla conducts an experiment. A globe she created causes a man to disappear as soon as he touches it. Director Joe contacts Kellum and reveals that Santa's brother, who had been estranged from Santa for many years, might be helping Rayla. Joe orders them to find his hideout, even though it's supposed to be inaccessible. Jack and Kellum set off for the hideout. On the way, Jack confesses that he's never been a good father. They reach Krampus's hideout. Kellum explains that the two brothers used to live together, but Krampus started punishing children, which Santa disapproved of, leading to their separation. Kellum warns Jack to go in secretly and not touch anything. Inside, they see 2 ferocious animals guarding the place. To distract them, Kellum brings a toy to life. The animals chase the toy, allowing Jack and Kellum to sneak in further. Jack sees a huge treasure of gold coins and steals one, but the guard immediately notices, and they are captured and brought before Krampus. After Jack and Kellum explain the whole situation, Krampus doesn't believe them. He reveals that Rayla was his girlfriend. Krampus is playing a game called Krampus Slap, where 2 people take turns slapping each other. Kellum asks Krampus where Rayla is. Krampus claims he has nothing to do with it and orders his men to imprison Kellum. He tells Jack to leave. Jack proposes a deal to Krampus. If Kellum wins in a fight against Krampus, they will be set free. Krampus agrees. Krampus and Kellum face each other. Krampus tells Kellum to slap him first. Kellum slaps him, but nothing happens to Krampus. When Krampus slaps Kellum, however, Kellum is thrown back and falls. Kellum starts slapping again, and Jack puts an arm brace on Kellum's hand. When Kellum slaps Krampus with the brace, Krampus is thrown back and falls. Jack then enlarges 2 toy robots and orders them to fight Krampus's men. Taking advantage of the chaos, Jack and Kellum escape. After they get out, Kellum tells Jack that he's really a good person. Just then, Jack receives a call from his son, Dylan, who has the globe created by Rayla in his hand. Dylan is angry that Jack didn't come to his concert, so he touches the globe and disappears. A similar globe appears near Jack, and when he touches it, he disappears too. Jack and Dylan find themselves trapped inside a globe. Rayla is delighted to see 2 more globes and orders her men to make more. Meanwhile, Kellum reports that Jack and Dylan are missing. Thanks to the tracker on Jack's leg, Joe immediately locates them at the North Pole, meaning they never really left. Kellum receives news that Rayla's shapeshifting men have captured half of the North Pole. He goes to fight them off. Inside the globe, Jack apologizes to Dylan for being a bad father, and Dylan forgives him. This heartwarming moment causes the globe to break, freeing them. Kellum joins them and explains that Rayla plans to imprison all the people she deems bad inside globes. Kellum frees his people and goes to save Santa. Meanwhile, Rayla has made all her preparations and is leaving in a buggy filled with globes. However, the reindeer become separated, causing the buggy to crash into a planetary abyss. Kellum tries to make Santa understand that only his brother can face Rayla. After crashing, Rayla returns to her true form and is about to attack Jack when Krampus arrives and attacks her brutally. Krampus's entry is truly amazing, but he can't withstand Rayla for long. Then, Santa arrives, calls his reindeer, and they attack Rayla, ultimately blowing her up and causing her to fall into a globe, where she remains trapped. Santa thanks his brother, Krampus, for his support. After Krampus leaves, everyone prepares for Christmas. They get Santa's buggy ready, and Santa, Jack, Dylan, and Kellum take off in it. They watch as Santa travels around the world, delivering gifts to all the children. Kellum notices that Dylan and Jack have started to get along. Finally, Santa sees a moment of goodness inside Jack and realizes that Kellum's plan to leave is no longer necessary. With this, the movie ends. Tell us in the comments how you liked this movie. Until then, see you later with another amazing video.